This is the Guys Being Dudes podcast.
Can you fart on command?
Dude, get right up in there. Get right up into the mic. Welcome to the Guys Being Dudes podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Grayson.
I'm Nick.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Nathan.
So today we're just going to talk about life stuff and more stuff about dudes.
You ever been so specific that you can talk about life? Let's clarify this podcast real quick. Yeah, we're going to talk about stuff. I think that was Mike's pitch to Torres. I think it was. So what's the podcast? Give me some structure here. All right, think about stuff. We're talking about
random stuff.
Right. We're going to talk about questions.
To my mind.
The chair that the microphone is currently sitting on has a duck is being held up by duct tape. That means someone
That's symbolism.
of any nature
So-
sat on this chair and put so much heft on it that they cracked the thing.
I've actually done that.
I think it's
before.
Mike. I think it's Mike.
I am not that big.
Like it's not the back. It's not the back. It's the bottom. Like where you sit.
Some kid like sat on the edge and
I've
just
done that
cracked.
before, but I think there was already a crack. But I have.
The worst feeling is when like one of them has a crack and it pinches you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's just the worst
And
feeling.
then you start bleeding.
What?
Yo.
I've never had that happen. But I've had the pinch.
You know what? I'm
happen.
actually
If he's
interested
like,
to
and
hear
then the
this.
chair actually eats you whole.
The southeastern butt pinch is what we call it.
Anyways,
that we were in.
childhood stories. I know some people do some dumb stuff throughout their childhood. I know I did some dumb stuff.
I should have went to juvie. There's so many stories I have. I definitely should have went to juvie.
I know. Nick.
What did you do?
I know. the
Gavin.
Gavin, I know the neighborhood you used to live in. And I know you got some stories.
Yes, I have so much
All right, Nick,
stories.
if you start us off, what do you got?
Oh boy. How do I start off? So back in the neighborhood I used to live in, we were in this cul-de-sac of like we were all good friends with each other. You guys know Wyatt Grimm, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we should
Name
say
dropping
names,
right
but who cares? Wyatt
Grimm's
Grimm's
a legend.
Yeah,
You
he's
need
an
to bring up his-
icon in fishing.
Bro, we need to bring his name up on this podcast at least once. He is a legend.
He is.
And he's being forgotten.
And he's being hacked too. Did you see his Instagram? King David.
You know, let's just get him on the show.
That would be
Honestly.
funny.
But anyways, so we were in this cul-de-sac and we were all like good friends with each other, me, Y, and some other people. And, we'd always hang out and just do dumb stuff, dumb middle school stuff. And this one thing that we loved to do was ding-dong ditching. And people in that neighborhood were so stuck up with ding-dong ditching that they would just report us and to the point where we got threatened by who was in charge of the neighborhood. And there was this
Your neighborhood has like a tyrannical government system.
Yeah, every
Nice.
neighborhood
That's-
has like
that's
somebody that is fully in charge of that neighborhood.
No way. There's no way that there's a
most.
motherboard of my neighborhood.
Yeah, there
There
is
is.
actually. Yeah.
I have a
There
story
is.
about this neighborhood. I have a couple actually, but I'm going to let Nick finish.
And
That would be
so
good.
there was this one house
That'd be nice.
that was like had 3 guard dogs, and they were all pit bulls.
Please don't tell me you
shot
ding-dong
them?
ditch the pit bull house.
We ding dong.
So there's these pit bulls and I just freaking blew them up.
Snapped their necks on the way out.
And then they gone.
This was a bit more than a ding-dong ditch.
This is a robbery.
What's the dog doing?
So
Nicky P is trying to pull a little fun prank. And he just,
it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
prank, bro. It's a prank, bro.
But yes, we did ding dong dish the house, and we did it multiple times. The first couple of times we did, they were just did the casual, scream a slur at us while we ran out of the house. Just casual stuff like that.
Casually?
Just casual
Can't
stuff.
say casually and then say scream a slur at us.
Everybody did that in the neighborhood. They'd be like, these little kids. I'll be like, oh, I'm my bad. But so this one time they were fed up with it, and they
Get a reference of how many times you did it before this story.
I don't know. We would probably go on a ding dong ditching spree every month, and this was probably like a year into me living there, so probably around 12 times.
That's impressive.
And they unleashed the dogs on us.
They just set them free.
Yes, it was,
Set them free.
and it was like
We'll let the dogs out.
you guys know the movie Cujo, right?
Yeah.
It literally looked like a scene from Cujo, like 3 dogs sprinting out the house, and me and my friend just bolting as fast as we can. We jumped over into a pickup truck and just chilled in like the little like bed of the pickup truck.
You hid in the bed of a pickup truck.
Yes. And the dogs didn't know where we were, and they were like scouring throughout the whole neighborhood for us.
That is genuinely terrifying.
It was scary. And we think the guy was also a gun owner that was in that house. So we didn't see him come out the house.
So you have this neighborhood of options for people to ding dong ditch. You're like, you know who we should go ding dong ditch?
It was fun.
Let's go do the dude with the
Dogs.
Dogs, guns. That's a ding dong ditch opportunity right
Okay,
there.
I have to ask: is this the supposed house that apparently had Satanists living in it? Because I know there's a Satan house somewhere on that block.
What?
Wait,
I'm
is it
sorry,
the one
what?
down the cul-de-sac? White house has pillars on it.
Yes, I think yes.
Yep,
that one.
it was that house.
Yeah, no,
What did you guys talk
I
about?
remember Gavin telling me, "Oh yeah,
And that was the house you ding dong ditched?
Yep.
I knew it.
Satanists.
They're
Let's go
crazy.
ding dong ditch those people.
It was fun. It was for the
I
thrill.
know.
Of course. Oh, yeah. Vicky B needs the thrills. Oh, it makes you wonder what he does nowadays.
They might curse you.
In 8th grade, he's screwing with Satanists. What is he doing as a
What is he doing now?
It's just how
whole
long do you?
cult.
It's just like originally you start with ding dong ditching, and how many steps do you have to take before you get to black tar heroin?
I'm now addicted.
We can literally track his addiction back to 8th grade. There was a map.
So it all
like the
started
Goonies.
with
But that wasn't the only crazed house there was. You think that was a crazy house?
Oh, I know there's a few.
You know the house right across from Gavin's house?
Oh, the one with the no. Oh, I know that lady. She legit. Okay, to get some context from what I've heard.
She
from,
brought a
like,
chainsaw out one time.
No, I heard that. I've heard about that. I heard she doesn't let her 8th and 9th grade kids watch SpongeBob because she thinks there's Satan influence in it.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid.
But 8th and
Really?
9th grade?
I couldn't have Nickelodeon. I couldn't have Cartoon Network.
Dude,
I,
Oh yeah, but
But this is 8th and 9th grade.
But it's just like-
I was strictly like 8th and 9th grade. Obviously, I was past then, but I was strictly Disney XD, Disney Channel.
Wow.
well, yeah, but that's like elementary school. We're talking like they're teenagers now.
They're full teenagers.
They're
Not
full
like-
teenagers.
That's sad. We watched SpongeBob in band class. Like a days where we didn't do anything in junior high, we'd watch SpongeBob.
New or old SpongeBob?
Dude,
Old, obviously.
Oh, thank God.
I watched,
I don't even know what news.
like, I would watch Family Guy. I would watch Family Guy a lot as a kid.
So that's same.
That's impressive. Like that's past my radar.
I would sneak.
For reference,
Family
we have to ask to be able to use this room. We have to talk to a librarian. And today we're like, hey, you know what, Mike? Let's not let you do the talking. And Mike, the pride-filled son of a gun that he is, walks up to
Straight
this
up.
woman
Yep.
and just goes, "Pardon me," and just starts choking
Yeah.
on lettuce.
Immediately.
This is the most COVID strict teacher in our school. He goes up face to face, probably like
I had my mask
no,
on.
and he goes directly into it. It was hilarious.
I had my mask over my nose.
We all did.
Exactly.
How impressive, Mike.
Man,
How
Mike,
impressive.
You hit the bare minimum. So proud. And then you
And I
coughed
got
in
did
her
I-
face.
Did I get us the room? Yes.
Okay.
He's the leader here.
How hard would that have been? I think either one of us could have walked up to her and asked.
In fact, I bet we would have gotten it quicker if you didn't cough in her nasal passageway.
Oh, you're a
The way you're making that sound
You
like
may
you
as well
literally.
like walked
I was
up to her,
like-
give her a kiss.
yeah.
I was a few feet away. Like I wasn't like right next to her, dog.
Might as
That
well.
doesn't take away from the fact that you
I
walked up to this
coughed
woman
into
and
my arm.
A bit
That's
of
not
lettuce.
It was in my arm.
For a little backup reference, he eats a bag of lettuce every day in class.
what is up
Without,
with that? Where do you?
without dressing.
It's nothing on it. It's like
Now-
imagine how you eat Doritos. That's how
Now-
Mike eats them.
You know what? I won't judge.
I respect that.
I'm judging.
The healthy
Yeah.
amount of it.
I'm definitely
But nonetheless, every day we walk in, this man's just like.
Let me get my bag of lettuce.
Okay,
out.
listen, the
That's
reason
literally how
why-
he says
It
it.
takes a certain type of man
It's
to
in a
walk
big
into school
cooler.
with a bag of lettuce.
Hey,
Let me explain my.
I won't disrespect.
it's healthy.
Like
Yeah.
it's healthy. The thing is, I eat a very big lunch and I can't get it all down in like 30 minutes because I don't know because it's boring if I just lift it off everything I ate. So, but normally I'm leaving the bag of lettuce for last because that takes the longest. Because you can't just horf down like lettuce. You can't just like,
Horf it down.
How many places can you use the word? No, that makes sense. But how many places can you use the word "whorf"?
Horf the sandwich.
Like,
That
but
can't
like,
be a real word. Please, someone tell me if
Whorf
that's
the
a word.
hot
That's
It's a word now.
it's my word that I invented. And The thing is, you can't just like. Have y'all ever tried to speed eat broccoli that's raw?
Yeah.
You can't do it.
If it has cheddar on it, you
Gotta get
can.
some water. Just
Bro,
Yeah, no,
cheddar
I
and
did it with
broccoli.
water, like because we had a challenge. We have this dumb challenge every Labor Day. Our family goes out to Lakeside, and the cousins buy whole heads of lettuce and broccoli, and you can choose whether you want to do a lettuce or a broccoli, and you get one. You know, like those big Coca-Cola glasses. I hear like the 2-liter bottles. We got one of those of water because they sell those there for I have no clue why. You get one of those, and you get to choose either to do the broccoli or the lettuce, and you're trying to finish the entire thing first. And you have different prizes. Like the winner will get to be able to, they'll get like a certain amount of, like there's a prize pool, right? So we all put in $10, and the winner gets the money to, whoever wins gets the whole prize pool. So last year, I chose a broccoli, and I destroyed that thing. I'm talking, I must have looked like a jackrabbit because I finished that thing in 2 minutes.
Micah the jackrabbit.
I want to come over and try that.
You should.
Like,
Why did you say it like that?
I want to come over and try it.
What was
I want to come try your broccoli.
okay?
I wouldn't mind putting my
Stop! I don't know where that's going.
But I don't want it.
All I heard was I wouldn't mind. And I was like,
I didn't even hear what he said.
I would love to munch on your
he said my
special.
whole face, but you cut him off, so it sounded like he said, "I won't mind putting my whole."
I feel like I should have finished that.
What you mean about that?
We should continue your sentence.
I was just kicking Micah's foot that whole time. I thought it was a table.
I'm pretty stretched out right now. I apologize about that. I got.
Why are you so close to the mic?
Let me just cop a feel a little bit here. All right.
Because I
There you go,
like
there
to
you
be
go.
seductive.
We're just gonna.
Hey, yo.
Okay, no, but man, I want to put my whole face in a whole head of lettuce. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would love
Our interpretation of Nikki P motorboating ahead of life.
Oh man. Oh gosh.
I just imagine Nikki P with just like what do you say? A Whorf
Orphan down.
Yeah, you gotta horf it.
Horfing down
Hedge.
a head of lettuce.
I think the hedge, right?
A head. I don't want you horfing down no hedges.
I know it.
I'll horf your hedge.
Orphan down to the edges.
Business proposition. We'll Whorf your hedges.
Oh no.
Welcome to the Whorf being Whorf's
Wait,
podcast.
hold on. I have a question. If you have to Whorf down your lunch, how much do you pack for your lunch?
All right. So if I'm gonna answer that question, I have to give you visualization here. So
A visual.
It's a
and-
podcast.
It's a podcast. Man.
yeah, I
They
have to
can't see us.
I have to visualize to the good.
Just tell
people
me
with
what-
my voice.
just tell
and
me
my
how much
face
Then vocalize.
and my nuts.
Don't.
Yeah, my nuts, my actual nuts, and my granola. that I
Okay,
make for my
so
yogurt.
Okay,
is
so
it
you-
peanuts or?
You
Okay,
eat nuts.
so-
No one's surprised.
Okay, so what I bring for lunch is I bring like a cup, like you know those like cups of yogurt that have like 20 grams protein. Like,
Oh, like the
Yeah. Like
Oreo?
no, not those.
the Oreo. How did you get
Wait,
Oreo?
hold on. What?
No, the
That's something.
That's what he's talking about.
You know those yogurts? Oh,
The Oreo?
Okay.
it's just so unnecessary. Like to the right, you're like Oreo. Anyways, continue.
Okay, so you know they're like probably about maybe
What?
I don't know. I can't describe the size, but they're
I get it, I
like a cup of yogurt.
Okay.
A handful.
A bigger cup of yogurt.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Oreo.
yeah.
And I put and I pick a bag of granola and I put the granola in the yogurt. That's part one.
Okay. Okay.
You mix
I-
it?
Oh wait, guys.
Part one.
I think I figured out what he was saying. So you know those Oreo thing, the Oreo.
Oh, he's
Yeah, the
talking about
cup.
Oreo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Oreo
Oh, but it's like
cups.
So
that,
he's
like a
saying
granola.
he's saying he has that, but it's with nuts.
No, I do not. It's bigger. It's healthy. It's healthy. I don't. Yeah.
I like nuts in my yogurt.
It's larger.
Okay,
It's
so it is
granola.
like that. It's just larger scale.
Larger scale, yeah. Not as unhealthy. It's with granola.
Yeah.
Can we take a moment to describe the fact that Mike described that part of his meal as part one?
Oh,
Part
it's
one.
like a multi-chapter storybook that comes with his
Part
lunch.
2, the glizzy.
27 chapters.
no, shut up.
Part two, the glue.
The Whorfing down stage.
It's time for Whorf.
It's time to go.
Maximum Whorf mode.
A big box.
Optimus Whorf.
What's part two? What's part two?
Part two.
Glizzy, electric boogaloo. All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so I also pack a tuna or chicken salad sandwich. chicken
Those
salad
things
sandwich.
absolutely smack. I
Oh,
love
it's
those
amazing.
Pretty good.
Sometimes I do like to switch it up. I pack like a ham or turkey sandwich, but normally it's tuna or chicken salad. I bring like those little bags at Sun
Oh yes,
Chip
my favorite lunch meat, or chicken.
To chicken.
or chicken. Yeah, no. Those the Sun chips, like the little bags that they have.
Oh yeah, like the cheddar ones, right?
Yeah, the cheddar ones. My family does like we go to Costco and we buy in bulk those. So I have like a huge box of them.
Or nuts.
Wait, this is part 3?
This is part 2,
Oh.
and I have like a bag of chips. That's part 2. And a protein shake with that.
I thought
Oh
you said
my
indoor
god.
And a protein
Dude,
shake.
this is literally a 30-minute lunch.
Oh no! It gets better. It gets better. And then I bring ants on a log. I typically take like a big stalk of celery, chop it up into thirds, put peanut butter in between, and make them into little sandwiches.
Do you Whorf him?
I do Whorf those. At that
Where
point,
did
lunch
Gorsh
is-
come
Yeah, it's a horse.
Whorf.
Not
Whorf.
goofy.
It's like gobble, but Whorf. Whorf.
Okay.
Gorsh, Mick. Gorsh, Mick.
So I take like a whole thing of celery, chop it in half, and then like make a sandwich out of that with
Like
peanut
the
butter.
like the whole heads of
The
celery.
whole head, cut it into like
Hey yo.
a third.
Do you guys know how big those things are?
They're big. Well, I probably actually no. Typically, I cut one in half, and I have and I just kind of take like one for 2 days.
That's fair. That's fair.
So this is why your
peanut butter.
lunchbox is a gigantic cooler.
Your
there's
lunchbox does look like a fishing cooler.
Oh yeah, no, there's more, and I also bring like a bunch of grapes too.
Part 3.
Gotta get the fruit in there.
What about an apple?
How many parts are there?
Sometimes.
How many parts do we have?
We're almost done.
Wait, what?
There's the
dessert.
I bring some. Oh, the dessert.
So is there only 2 parts?
There's 4, and I'm on part 3. And the part three is the celery with peanut butter. And
How are you alive?
You actually eat
the
them in
grapes.
parts? Like,
And
do
the
you
grapes.
eat it in parts? Like, you eat the yogurt first?
I go
and
into
then-
no. I typically eat the
Do you
sandwich.
read your
and the-
books sideways? Like,
No, I eat the sandwich first, and I eat the yogurt. I lost the word for a second. And then part 3 is the Reese's cups, the grapes.
Puffs. Reese's Puffs.
Eat them up, beat them up, beat them up, beat them up. Oh, I had to hit it.
Please don't do that. I don't want to be kicked out of this room.
So and then I have grapes and the celery. That's part 3, and part 4 is the salad.
Nice.
Okay.
So
That you decide to
You
eat
honestly
in
eat
our
pretty
class.
healthy.
Which I eat either in this class and red day cases. I eat it. In
Right,
classes.
right.
I like to think about you in a writing class, right? So everyone's quiet, writing their
Munching
essays,
down.
and in the back you just hear.
Here's the thing about this.
Just a whole
competition.
stick of it. Just
He has an entire. Someday I want to bring an entire celery stick to school and just munch it throughout the day.
yeah.
Here's the thing: composition in this school right now. It's weird because we're writing a film right now in this class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why we're doing that. Like I remember I was talking with like the people in my group because we're on like
Well-
separate groups, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
he meant the other class, not this class.
like not this class. I'm talking about my composition
I
class.
see, I
We
see.
are
Sounds
writing
like
a class
see.
film.
That
I
sounds
see.
like film
I see.
lit.
Like as a class together.
As a class together, like it's like a film lit class, but they're
Very
calling it
interesting.
composition. And I just remember talking with my friends in the class about it, just like, why are we doing this? You know?
Is it AP comp?
Micah? Oh, okay.
That is terrifying. Like genuinely, the idea of Mike in this like film writing class just chomping. How do we Hoffen?
Horfin.
Horfin.
Horf it down. You know,
Orphan it
The
down.
more I hear it, the more I can just think orphan, which is really concerning.
Orphan it down?
Hey, we're about to orphan this.
What is that supposed to mean?
Bringing up some
Wait a minute.
past childhood trauma.
What you mean by that?
Okay. Let's not. Yeah.
Let's not target the orphans
Yeah.
on
Let's
this
not.
podcast.
Yeah.
We love you, orphans.
Yo, I Kronos
God.
that thing. I ate 8 kids. Hey.
What? What?
Do you care to explain?
What you mean by
Have
that?
y'all not heard
Just
the
like
story?
those pit bulls, dog. I mean,
What the dog doing?
What the mic doing?
Have y'all not heard the story of Kronos, the Titan?
I think so.
From
The
what?
Spartan dude? The
Greek-
Spartan dude?
Greek mythology.
like from God of War.
Yes.
Kratos?
Kronos. Yes, Kronos. In this story,
No.
he gets a premonition from like their seer or something. I don't know what they're called. In Greek
About
mythology.
celery.
Hey, can you do me a favor and Google what premonition means?
It's like
Future prediction.
Yeah, future.
I think it's called a palimpsest.
Permission.
Okay.
I think it's permission, right?
Premonition?
Guys, we're all looking dumber by this.
Okay, listen. So, in this story, in the premonition, it says one of his children will overthrow him, kill him, and take his throne. His solution to this is every time his wife gave birth, he just ate the child.
Why eat
Swallowed it
him?
whole.
Why eat him?
All you can eat
Put
buffet.
it in his stomach.
Golden Corral.
Because he was scared. He was scared that one of his kids would take his spot of power, so he ate his kids whole.
Why eat him?
Except for Zeus.
That's
And-
pretty reasonable.
Except for Zeus, who was disguised. She replaced Zeus with a
Disguised.
rock. She legit.
Puts a beard on a baby and he's
No,
like,
no,
felt
Kronos is
accurate.
stupid. His wife replaced Zeus with like a rock, sent Zeus off, replaced it with a rock, and he thought that was Zeus and ate the rock.
of course.
Did he die after he ate the rock?
No, Zeus
Or what-
kills him.
Geez,
later.
that
So wait, this
That
like
poop
all
must have
powerful
hurt, bro.
god of war
Spoilers.
is like, hey guys, I wonder what a child looks like. I've eaten only 19. Now this is a rock. Definitely not a child.
Looks like a
Imagine
How
pooping
white
out that
now.
rock, bro. Pooping out that. Oh.
God.
It's
What?
like, have y'all like, you know how the way I think of it is, you know how penguins have like a second stomach to feed their babies?
Sure.
It's like that.
Yeah, the common knowledge that everybody obviously has.
Have y'all not watched
I have a second
Graphic
stomach.
Nature? So do I.
Yeah,
Did you know that cows have 5 stomachs to digest the amount of grass that they eat?
Okay, but you know that.
No, they don't.
You know that. But
I think that's what Mike has because he eats so many dang vegetables.
hey,
He's gotta have 5 stomachs.
I am on a not exactly a healthy bulk because I do eat a lot otherwise, but I am bulking right now
For what?
for muscle.
That's
Oh,
what
ju-
bulking
just-
is.
Have you never heard of bulking?
What are you bulking
Well,
for?
I mean, I
Fat.
don't know if you want to do like a sport for fun or something.
I'm absolutely on a cut. I've been on a cut. I'm cutting Mick Cutsworth.
I'm on a seafood diet.
Are you
Really?
pescatarian?
You see it, you eat it.
Press the soundboard.
What's the soundboard for?
Mike, you're not allowed to press the soundboard. I'm going to kick you in the nuts
No,
for that.
that was incredible.
No, I could have hit this. Because I know what buttons are.
Bro, both of them were good though. Bro, the cheering for that joke.
Let's make a unanimous vote. Who had the better sound press, me or Mike? Based
Winner
on-
gets control of
I
the
mean,
soundboard.
look,
based on
it's a joke.
Well,
I
I don't
made,
know.
So
I don't even know what happened.
you didn't miss much.
This is me and Mike arguing.
Let's talk about dumb dad jokes.
Okay. That's-
No,
what?
I have a lot of dumb dad jokes.
Good.
know any.
It's good.
I mean, if I'm on the FHS 10 thing, right? And they have us.
course.
I write puns for that. I don't get my puns written.
'Cause you're Carlos
which
Zeus.
explains why we're so terrible. And I think that's actually a really good idea for next episode because we
Yes.
have just breached the 20-minute mark, and I think it's been a good 20 minutes. Of
It has been a great
conversation.
20 minutes.
We're gonna continue
Absolutely.
to talk because we have time. We got
No,
Okay,
but
Mike,
that's
you just ignored everything we just said.
yeah, well,
Wait,
that's
so,
it. I'm Micah,
Yeah.
and I'll see you guys next episode on
Guys
Guys
Being
Being Dudes podcast.
Alrighty.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye. Wait. Gotta end it on a sound. Gotta end it on a sound. Gotta end it on a sound. It's simple.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna talk about